Hi, it's Alison Jose from ADETEX.CS, and we are the creators of CIRCLOLINK Digital Product Passport using RFiD threads. So this is the radio frequency tag right in the middle. It's the world's first washable radio frequency tag housed in a single thread. It's about 10 centimeters. It's metal with a coating of plastic, so therefore it is recyclable at the end, but let's get to that. So I'm going to explain as quickly as I can about the 5 stages. So stage 1 is where we embed this into a garment or a product, or we're getting enormous feedback from lots of different products, from what they call ropes, through to mattresses and of course garments, footwear, accessories, just any product that something like this can be put in. So homewares, etc. Put in first new, but also it's a recyclable product. So we reset, reuse and resell. So I'll get to that. So stage 1 is putting it into a brand new garment or product, and that can also be a recovered product. So it could be used for the reuse, recycling, resell, and of course rental products. So it gets put in there, we scan it. This is a little UHF commercial scanner, or we use handheld systems, or we use fixed systems. Now that'll scan hundreds instantly. So imagine you've got a whole box of black, small t-shirts made with organic cotton. All of these have a thread in it, or of course you could preset before they even go into garments. So scan even through the whole box. It will pick up all of the RFID threads, and we add that data all in one go. So we know its provenance, we know its traceability, its certification. All of that data is put in there once and adds to that 100 of black t-shirts in a box. So then the box moves to transport, shipping, warehousing. It's picking up data all along the way. Then at the warehouse for distribution direct to a customer or retail. And then once the customer has purchased that, at that point, or by request, we disconnect from a customer's supply chain management system. Now, not all customers' brands actually do have, to connect with these, do have their own supply chain management system. So from that point onwards, that data is actually open source. But let's imagine that it's a brand that has its own software, supply chain management system, and then our software team connect their software through a bridge. So it's a digital bridge, which of course that goes directly to their own software and their own movement of their own product, and then that is disconnected when it's required to. Now, what is going to be kept on the app and all the software is all the data that the brand wants to maintain there. So that includes all of the certification, the traceability, etc., etc. Of course, they won't be attached anymore to the supply chain management system, so no IP information is going to be offered. And of course, it's only tracing products. It does not trace individuals. So what the interesting thing at this point is that the individual has it, and we'd like to say customer, but I like to call them custodians. So you're the custodian of the product as it's in your hands at this time that you have purchased. So go about your merry way until which point you decide you don't want it anymore for whatever reason. It's unwanted because you just want to sell it. Let's hope it doesn't still have its swing tag on and it's brand new, because that means it was purchased and not worn. And who knows, was it not worn because it wasn't designed well from the beginning? We do see a lot of brand new items with the swing tag on it at secondhand shops, and quite often you'll try them on and they just look awful, so they were just designed badly from the get-go. So, but back to happy days where you don't want it anymore. You could actually go and connect to your local charity, op shop, reseller, and donate or make money, or there will be, for example, resellers who will be able to get as easy, cheap device like this to scan it, and then they'll be able to also see the authenticity. Now this is really crucial, and it's a huge waste in this market where people can't authenticate the product. It costs money to authenticate the product. Authentication may be just based on happenstance and knowledge. So this is where it's verifiable and unable to be faked, so unfakeable. So the other thing that I want to mention is that we saw, especially through the pandemic, people would go online and they would buy 10 t-shirts, they only want one, and so they send 9 back. So that 9 t-shirts ending back with the retailer, it's very difficult for them to go back and see what all that information is. And so they're left in warehouses, then they're sent to landfill, they're redonated, all kinds of things. But the thing is, it's a loss of an investment. So through CIRCLOLINK, we've built this in so you can actually open up your supply chain management system again through password protected, and therefore it instantly gets added to the brand stock, and it's not dead stock. It's you do continue to make money from your investment. It's the ROI. So getting to the stage where the custodian doesn't want it any longer because it's actually unwearable. So we would like to see that there would be opportunities for new businesses to start up, new businesses for charities, not-for-profits. I work with a remarkable disability enterprise, and we trained all these people according to their skill set of what they would like to do. So the lifting, the carrying, the seeing, the writing down the data, all of that. Now, this product won't do away with that. This will just make their job easier and more fun. And so they'll be able to scan it, and it'll give them all the data that they need in regards to sorting it, some cotton, mixed blends, wool, etc. That will make that piece so much easier. Now, what I'd like to also point out at this point is that at the original part of the information, just say it's activewear or outerwear, and they have included waterproofing. Now they can also be attached to forever chemicals. Now there is a problem whereby brands are reticent to give out this information because they say it's part of their own IP. We don't need that. Let's separate that information. We don't need to know the formulas. We don't need to know the percentages. We need to know that it's there. So it could be a system where the sorters have that bit flagged, so they see that, oh, it's it's activewear and it's got forever chemicals actually in there. So let's divert that from the flow where it is cotton, or it's recycled polyester, or it's any of these products, but let's get it out and put it into other streams to make our stream for recycled material much safer, and also be able to contribute to them understanding what the feedstocks are. So that brings us to also recovering the RFiD thread. So this is the great thing. These are 30 washes. You can get 100 washes. You can even get 0 washes, for example, the ropes that don't need it. So the 100 wash, just say it was in wool. We're working with a wool recycler in Panipat in India. They have agreed to accept all the product with RFID. They will scan the box, which will give us the final piece data. So that means that they'll be able to quickly type in saying it's here at this location at this date, and we just need generic locations for our LCA, our life cycle assessment data. So, and they'll also say what's being done with it. Now, stepping back, if it's a rental, they can use this for their ins and outs. If it's for resale, they'll be able to determine who made it, what the original price was, be able to use all of the measurements and the photo for adding that to their own information to be able to resell. And I understand that is an enormous problem for a lot of resellers, because that's so time consuming to be able to find that information, along with the authenticity. So they will get all that information. And then we go back to the recyclers. So they'll be able to take this product out. We know that it's got so and so many washes left on there. And then it becomes itself able to be reset and reused and resold. So we're imagining that could go for mattresses, carpets, homewares, products that actually don't need to have 100 wash RFID thread. They also don't need regular washing. So they could have a recycled RFID thread. That will be potentially half the price of the original RFID thread. But what we will also be able to do is go back to the original brand who purchased this to put it in the first product and rebate them for a cost that the resale has been able to achieve. By doing that, that brings the price point down for new RFID threads way below anything else that is on the market at the moment. Regular RFID tags, especially on the outside of paper or packaging, they literally just get thrown away at the minute that they get home. So that is enormous waste. So that means that this is actually a valuable product, and of course, as I said, can also be recycled because it's metal. Now that brings us to stage 5, which is the data and the metrics. So this provides unprecedented data that goes to the brand so they can see exactly where their product was and what it did in regards to its usability, durability, longevity. Let's say it got repaired because the zipper broke. That is valuable information back to the brand to say, okay, we're seeing an enormous amount of them actually having broken zippers, so let's look at making improvements. It's about extending the life of the product, many custodians using it, and also being able to show the data of where it has been extended. So as I said, its usability, its durability, showing its longevity at the end of its life, and then its circularity for the stage 5 data reporting. So this is information, for example, in the EU, bringing in the legislation, so they'll be able to instantly show exactly what is their life cycle assessment. And this is really designed to engage all stakeholders, and particularly to bring the price point down for all brands and all manufacturers, so they all have the level playing field. This isn't a DPP just for the big brands. We need to be able to engage everybody equally and along the full stage 5s of the circular economy. So please reach out. My name is Alison Jose. I'm the CEO of ADETEX.CS. The URL is circularlink.com. We are currently looking for pilots, circular pilots, so you can either use our textiles that we have nominated and then put the RFID thread, or bring in your own. So we're looking forward to sharing the RFID and digital product passports with you. Thank you.